ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل الله فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز. والله العظيم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ثم أما بعد. All praise is due to Allah, the Beneficent, most gracious, most merciful. We praise Him. We seek His help and we seek His forgiveness. We seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil of ourselves and the evil of our actions. Whomever Allah guides, none can misguide, and whomever Allah leads astray, none can guide. I bear witness that there is no God or deity worthy worship but Allah alone. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is His slave and messenger. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, all you who believe, have consciousness of Allah, fear Allah, abstain from what is unlawful and prohibited. Fear Allah the fear that He deserves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deserves that you obey Him, that you abstain from what is impermissible. Fear Allah the fear that He deserves, and only die in state of total submission to Allah and to Allah alone. And whomever obeys Allah and His Messenger, indeed they will attain success in this worldly life and in hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم. All you who believe, respond to Allah and His Messenger, to that which gives you life. So when you respond to your Creator and you respond to your Messenger, you become alive. And by the Creator, by Allah, if you don't respond to your Creator, you're a dead person. If you don't respond to the final messenger, wallahi, you're a dead person, walking around on the face of the earth like a zombie with a dead heart. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, tonight, by the will of the Creator, by the will of Allah, I intend to talk about the greatest woman that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen to mankind. Her name is Maryam. You might ask me, why have I chosen to address and talk about this amazing story? Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, as we men have role models that we would like to follow, like the prophets, like the companions, Also our sisters, our mothers, our daughters should have a role model. And there's no better role model than Maryam. Maryam radiallahu ta'ala anha. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in Al-Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَى آدَمَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen Adam, وَنُوحًا and Nuh, وَآلِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَآلِ عِمْرَانَ عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ. Please pay attention. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen Adam alayhi salatu wassalam, and Nuh, and the family of Ibrahim, and the family of Ali Imran. He has chosen them upon all of mankind. You might say to me, what about Jesus? What about Moses? What about Muhammad, peace be upon them all? If you were to look at Ali Ibrahim and Ali Imran, they have covered all the prophets. So, of the family of Ibrahim is Dawood, for example. Of the family of Ali Imran, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Of the family of Ibrahim, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Of the family of Ali Imran, Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam. And you can go on and on and on. Her mother, her name is Hinna. Her father, we all know, he is Maryam bint Imran. Her father's name is Imran. Hinna was a barren woman, a woman that could not have a child, and she has attained an old age. She has reached an old age. And also Zakaria, our Prophet Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, Zachariah, his wife, his name is Al-Yasabat. And she was the sister of Hinna, who is the wife of Imran. And they both weren't able to have a child. Subhanallah al-Azim. Before I go in to this amazing story, many of our sisters have taken a role model like Madonna, Beyonce and other women. Women that, wal-iyadhu billah, have sold their dignity and chastity. The more they indulge in wicked act, the more popular and famous they become. The more they indulge in drugs, and they indulge in illegal sexual intercourse affairs, the more popular they become. The more they strip their clothing, the more popular they become. This is how it becomes. In this day and age that we're living in, my dear brothers and sisters, the more drastic, the more wicked acts that you fulfill, the more popular that you become. Wallahi, this is a fact. And what upsets me and saddens me, that I see many Muslim brothers and sisters follow these evil people's footsteps. These gang rapists, these drug addicts, these women who indulge in, wal-iyadhu billah, in affairs, illegal sexual intercourse. Maryam, as we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after the dua that Hinna, her mother, made, "Oh Allah, I have reached an old age." You know, a Muslim should never despair from the mercy of Allah. You should never stop making dua, supplication to your Creator, regardless of the problem that you have. We know that her sister Al-Yasabat, she became pregnant when she was an old barren woman. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided her with whom? Yahya, John. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also responded to Imran and his wife, Hinna. And she also became pregnant. An old barren woman with her consistency, with the dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her what she has asked for, which is a beautiful girl. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to her dua. استجاب الله لها. Allah responded to her dua. She gave a birth to a beautiful child, a beautiful girl. She said, رَبِّي إِنِّي وَضَعْتُهَا أُنْثَى. Oh Allah, I have given birth to a baby girl. Why did she say a baby girl? Because she was expecting a young boy. Because she has made a vow to Allah that if Allah gives her a boy, she wants him to clean up Masjid al-Aqsa, the place that at the moment it's captured, the prisoned place which is at the moment in a country called Palestine al-Muhtalla, the occupied Palestine. That every Muslim must understand that this is a sacred land and it belongs to every Muslim. If you testify that there is no God worthy worship but Allah alone, and you bear witness that Muhammad is his statement messenger, you should believe that that's the country of the prophets, and it should never be called Israel. It'll also be called, always be called Palestine. She gave birth. And she said, Wallahu a'lamu bima wada'a. Allah knows what I've given as a baby. وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى. And the boy is not like a girl. The male is not like a female. The male is not like a female, and the female is not like a male. وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا Maryam. She said, Oh Allah, I have called my baby girl named Maryam. Beautiful name. وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you and protection to protect her and her family from ash-shaytan. This is the dua, my dear brothers, that every male and female should make a dua before they consume the intimate relationship. Bismillah, Allahumma jannibna ash-shaytan wa jannib ash-shaytan ma razaq. This is dua that every male, when they sleep with his wife, and vice versa, you are supposed to make this dua. Bismillah, in the name of Allah. Oh Allah, protect us from ash-shaytan. And protect the shaitan from what you are going to give us as a child. This is a dua that a Muslim should learn. You want to get married? That's the condition. Before she gave birth to Maryam, her husband Imran passed away. He died. So here we have Maryam as an orphan. Subhanallah. And it's very difficult to be raised by a mother or a father. But Maryam, she was taken care of, and her guardian was Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, the Prophet. And that itself is an honor and privilege. He wanted to look after her. He wanted to provide for her. And who of us would not want to be looked after by a prophet? So Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam looked after Maryam. And she grew up from a young child in the house of Zachariah, who is married to her auntie, Al-Yasabat. Subhanallah. Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, whenever he entered in her room, he saw fruits. But fruits that are usually in summer, but they're there in winter, and vice versa. كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. Whenever Zachariah walks inside her room, he finds rizq, sustenance, fruits that's supposed to be in summer, but at the time that she was at, it was the time of winter, and vice versa. Subhanallah. قال يا مريم أنى لك هذا؟ أنى لك هذا? He said to her, Oh Maryam, how did you get this? Ya Allah. قالت هو من عند الله. She said, this is from Allah. Directly from Allah. My dear brothers and sisters, everything that I have and you have, it is from Allah. And a Muslim should always say Alhamdulillah. When someone asks you, what do you have? You say, I have this. You say Alhamdulillah. I have this amount of money, Alhamdulillah. I have this amount of food, say Alhamdulillah. Who gave you this? Allah. Who gave you your strength? Allah. Who gave you your energy? Allah. Who gave you oxygen that you're breathing in, that you can't see but you believe there's an oxygen? It's your Creator, God the Almighty. She admits and she acknowledges that it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. قال مجاهد عندها فاكهة الصيف في وقت الشتاء وفاكهة الصيف في وقت الصيف. He said, Mujahid, he gave an explanation that, as I said, she had fruits at the time of winter, that she had fruits, as I said, the fruits of summer at the time of winter, and vice versa. هنالك دعا زكريا ربه. When Zechariah saw this, then he called upon Allah. At that time, Zechariah called upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah al-Azim. Even a prophet sometimes needs that bit of encouragement. When he saw this amazing miracle, هنالك دعا زكريا ربه قال ربي هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة. Allahu Akbar. Zechariah at that time said, oh Allah, provide for me a beautiful family, a righteous family. هنالك دعا زكريا ربه. And he said, إِنَّكَ سَمِيعُ الدُّعَاء. Oh Allah, you hear my call, you hear my supplication. Dear brothers and sisters, Wallahi al-Azim, if you make dua in you, Allah hears you. وَمَا تُخْفِي الصُّدُورِ. Allah hears you when you make dua within you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has heard this prophet. What is his name? The prophet who was inside the whale in a dark night in the lowest sea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heard him. What's his name? Jonah. Isn't that right? In Arabic, Yunus alayhi salatu wasalam. He called upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the sea, in the darkness of the sea, in the whale. He called and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to him. Ask Allah, but be sincere and show persistence and determination. Don't ask Allah for something and despair if Allah does not respond within a week or an hour. Be patient. Allah loves you when you make dua and you show determination and persistence and you never despair from dua. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to Zechariah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to him a malak to tell him, فَنَادَتْهُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ وين عم يلعب بيانو شو عم يعمل وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ يُصَلِّي. The angels have called him while he was praying. He was not playing piano. He was not playing billiards. He was not wasting his time. He's standing in the best position, the closest that he can be to Allah when he's praying, and you are the closest to Allah when you're prostrating. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to give him this glad tidings. أَنَّ اللَّهَ يُبَشِّرُكَ بِيَحْيَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already has chosen a name for him. The angel has said to him, Allah gives you a glad tidings of Yahya, John. Straight away, that's his name. So the name of Yahya is the name that Allah has chosen to the son of Zechariah. Beautiful. Allahu Akbar. When Maryam walked out of her place of worship, سمعت صوت. She heard a voice calling, يا مريم إن الله اصطفاكِ وطهرك واصطفاك على نساء العالمين. When Maryam walked out of her room of worship, the place of worship, she heard someone calling her, "Oh Maryam, Allah has chosen you. And Allah purified you. And He has chosen you from all women." Just imagine this. Just imagine that you hear a voice. "Ya Maryam uqnuti li rabbiki wasjudi warka'i ma'a raki'in." This voice tells her, "Oh Maryam, uqnuti, submit to your Creator. Prostrate and bow down to the Creator. Bow down with those who bow down." This shows that Muslims should be in congregation. وَارْكَعِي مَعْ مِينَ لَوَحْدَكَ لَا وَارْكَعِي مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ. And bow down with those who are bowing down. Because congregation, there'll be a sense of harmony, sense of love, sense of tranquility that will exist when there's a congregation like this beautiful congregation that we have at the moment. She went once, she left the house to fill up water for herself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended this verse in the Quran. فَأَرْسَلْنَا إِلَيْهَا رُوحَنَا فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent Gabriel. Allah has sent Gabriel. فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا. He was in the form of a human being. فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. You see the mercy of Allah? Allah did not want to shock her. Allah did not want to send her an angel that would scare her. He sent to her a beautiful man. بشر سوي. ابن عباس يقول رضي الله عنه: جاءها في صورة شاب أبيض جعد الشعر. Ibn Abbas يقول, he came, Jibreel, he came in the man of a shape of a man, and he was white in color, and he had, curly hair. قالت إني أعوذ بالرحمن منك إن كنت تقيا. She said, I seek refuge in the most merciful. If you are a righteous person, leave me alone, basically. If you're a good person, leave me alone. Keep away from me. Subhanallah. And that's what a Muslim is supposed to do in these circumstances. They seek refuge in the most merciful. Seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at a time of fear. ابتسم جبريل ابتسامة بريئة. Gabriel smiled. He wanted to ease the fear that Maryam عليها من الله الرضا had. He said, إنما أنا رسول ربك. He said, indeed, I am the messenger of your Lord. Jibreel addresses her to make sure that she is safe and happy and she's not frightened. إني رسول ربك. Indeed, I am the messenger of your Lord. Subhanallah. لأهب لك غلاما زكيا. To bring forth to you a ghulam, a young boy that is intelligent, pious, devoted. She was frightened. She was overwhelmed. She said, أَنَّا يَكُونُ لِي غُلَامٌ وَلَمْ يَمْسَسْنِي بَشَرٌ وَلَمْ أَكُ بَغِيًّا. She said, how am I going to have a son when no man has touched me, nor did I commit adultery? Subhanallah. Then Gabriel alayhi salatu wasalam addresses her. قال كذلك قال ربك هو علي هين. He said to her that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, it is easy upon Allah. It is simple for Allah. My dear brothers, why is it difficult for us to contemplate sometimes that Maryam had a baby boy without having an intimate relationship. Why is it so difficult? Have a look at the heavens above you. Have a look at the animals around you. Have a look at the plantation around you. Have a look at how your body, subhanallah, reacts at a time of coldness or heat. Have a look. Have a look how your heart is pumping without your will. These are miracles that are in front of you day and night. These miracles that prophets have had, they've had it momentarily for a period of time. But there are miracles that will continue on being right in front of your face. The stars, the moon, the seas, the mountains, the heavens, the birds, the animals, everything. And he said, وَلِنَجْعَلَهُ آيَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَرَحْمَةً مِنَّا. Jibreel has said, and Allah is going to bring forth your son, so he'll be an ayah, he'll be a sign for those people. And rahmah minna, and mercy. Every prophet is merciful to his people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as he has said in the Quran, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have sent you to be merciful on all mankind. Rahmat Allah sabaqat ghadabuh. The mercy of Allah is in front of his wrath and anger. Man la yarham la yurham. Whomever shows no mercy, Allah will show him no mercy. Irham man fil ardi yarhamuka man fis sama. Have mercy upon those who are on the land. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's above the heavens, will have mercy upon you. Have mercy upon people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent him as merciful. Jesus was sent as merciful. And Allah Azza wa Jalla said, Jibreel has said to Maryam, وَكَانَ أَمْرًا مَقْضِيًّا. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has preordained. That is it. When Allah preordains something, you could never stop it. قال المفسرون إن جبريل نفخ في جيب درعها. Those who gave explanation of the Quran said that Gabriel came, approached her, and he blew in her pocket, and she conceived. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able. Jibreel approached her, and he blew in her pocket, and she conceived. Subhanallah. فحملت, straight away she carried her baby. فانتبذت به مكانا قصيا. She carried him and she went to a faraway place. The Mufassirin have said she went from Jerusalem, Al-Maqdis, Bayt al-Maqdis, to Bayt al-Lahm, Bethlehem. Look at the names that they're changing. Jerusalem and Bethlehem. It's called Bayt al-Maqdis and Bayt al-Lahm. These are the names that are called where she went to a faraway place. قال الإمام مالك. What a beautiful saying that Al-Imam has said. He said, بلغني أن عيسى ابن مريم ويحيى ابن زكريا كان حملهما جميعا معا. Al-Imam Malik has said, when Maryam carried her child, her auntie Al-Yasabat also carried John at that time. And Al-Yasabat has said to Mary, "Oh Mary, I see that in my stomach the baby is prostrating to what is inside your stomach." Al-Imam Malik has said this. Rahmatullahi alayhi wa radiyallahu anhu. Al-Imam Malik has said that Al-Yasabat, the one who's carrying John, the wife of Zechariah, he said that, Al-Yasabat said that what I sense in my stomach, that the baby that I bore at the moment is prostrating to what is inside your stomach. And mind you, that time she never knew that she was pregnant. And Imam Malik has said Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored, He has a greater honor, Isa, Jesus alayhi salatu wasalam. Because He was able to heal the blind and the dead by the will of Allah. And heal the leopard by the will of Allah. But she's a woman. And she fears the slandering and the backbiting and the false accusation of people. She said, يَا لَيْتَنِي مِتُّ قَبْلَ هَذَا وَكُنْتُ نَسْيًا مَنْسِيًّا. She said, I wish that I've died before this. And I'm a forgotten soul. نَسْيًا مَنْسِيًّا. I wish that I've never existed. يقول ابن كثير عرفت أنها ستبتلى وتمتحن بهذا المولود. Ibn Kathir, one of those who give explanation of the Quran, said she knew that she's going to be tested and trialed with her newborn. People never stop talking. Ra Yusuf al-Najjar. Yusuf, the carpenter, he sensed and he saw that she has a stomach. How can you hide your pregnant tummy? How can you hide this? So Yusuf al-Najjar, Joseph the carpenter, approached her. And he said, oh Maryam, be patient with me. Be patient. I'm not accusing you at all. But look at the approach that he said to her. He said, can you see a plant without a seed? Or can you see that someone gives a child without an intimate relationship? She said, oh Yusuf. She said, what did Allah create first? The tree or the plant? The fruit or the seed? And she said to him, didn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create Adam without a mother or a father, a male or a female? He said to her, you're correct, and he walked away. Allah is able. There's nothing difficult upon the Creator. Have a look around you. Have a look above. Have a look in front of you when there's mountains and seas. What's so difficult about the Creator? All He needs to say be and it will be. There's nothing difficult. Subhanallah. فنادتها من تحتها فنادتها من تحتها ألا تحزني. She heard a call from beneath her. Don't worry, because she was in a sad state. She was worried of the circumstances that will take place. And she hears a call, and it was said to be Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam. He said, ألا تحزني. Worry not. وَقَدْ جَعَلَ رَبُّكِ تَحْتَكِ سَرِيًّا. Allah has made beneath you a river, a stream that's coming beneath you. Drink from it. Subhanallah, look at the mercy of Allah. Allah wants to ease the agony that she's going through. أَلَّا تَحْزَنِ. He sent Jibreel from the heavens to say to her, worry not. Ya Allah ma rahmak. أَلَّا تَحْزَنِ. Worry not. Don't be sad. O Maryam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, وَهُزِّي إِلَيْكِ بِجِذْعِ النَّخْلَةِ. She was underneath a palm tree. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, grab the trunk tree and shake it. تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكِ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا. Abdullah ibn Abbas has said that the dates on that tree were hard. They weren't ripe. They weren't ready. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, shake the trunk of the tree. تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكِ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا. A ripe, subhanallah, dates. Just make it move. I'd like to stop here for a minute, my dear brothers and sisters. A Muslim must make an effort. Even though that she was going through labor, she was going through difficulties, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still wanted her to do something. Don't just sit there and expect something to come. He said, grab the trunk of a tree and shake it. تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكِ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا. It will fall on you ripe dates. How merciful is Allah? فإما ترين من البشر أحدا فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن صوما فلم أكلم اليوم إنسيا. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses her. Sent Jibreel to tell her, if you were to see a man, any man, if you were to see any man, say to this man that I have given vow to Allah, then I'm going to fast. I'm not going to say a word. She's not going to say a word. فأتت به قومها. She gave birth. She gave birth of our beloved Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. فأتت به قومها تحمله. She came to her people carrying her son. Where's she going to go? Where is she going to hide? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't say a word. She doesn't know what to expect. She doesn't know what to expect. فأتت به قومها تحمله. قالوا يا مريم. They said to her, Oh Maryam, لقد جئت شيئا فريا. Indeed, you have brought something that is amazing. Something that is a miracle. A great thing. يا أخت هارون ما كان أبوك امرأ سوء وما كانت أمك بغية. Oh, the sister of Aaron, your father was not an evil man and your mother was not an unchaste woman. Look at the reputation, my dear brothers and sisters. Look at the reputation. When you are of a good family, people are surprised when you do something stupid. People are amazed. How could you do this? You have a father that is fearful and a mother that is fearful of Allah. How can you do something like this? Obviously they are accusing her. يا أخت هارون, or sister of Aaron, Harun, ما كان أبوك امرأ سوء وما كانت أمك بغية. Your mother was not an unchaste woman. How could you do this? Subhanallah. فأشارت إليه. She appointed at her son. Her son. Her newborn. عيسى عليه الصلاة والسلام. فأشارت إليه. قالوا كيف نكلم في المهد كيف نكلم من كان في المهد صبيا. How are we to speak? How can we speak to a young boy who is still in the cradle? A newborn. How can we speak? Subhanallah. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam speaks for the first time. Isa, our beloved Prophet, Jesus, said the first words that he uttered. He said, Inni Abdullah. Indeed, I am the servant of Allah. Indeed, I am the slave of Allah. And all the prophets have said this. Inni Abdullah. Atani al-kitab. Allah has given me the book, the Bible. وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا, and He's made me a prophet. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ, and He's made me blessed wherever I am. Look at the beautiful words of Jesus. Dear brothers and sisters, just think. Who could defend Maryam? Who would be a sufficient defense for her? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was to call from the heavens, they will not accept. If Gabriel was to come, they will not accept. If her mother was to come, they will not accept. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, made her lawyer, her solicitor, her defense, her son, her newborn. Look at the mercy of Allah. Just be with Allah. Allah Azza wa Jalla has said, Inna Allah يدافع عن الذين آمنوا. Allah protects those who believe. Be with your Creator and Allah will protect you. He said, Inni Abdullah. Indeed, I am the servant of the Creator Allah. آتاني الكتاب. He's given me the book. وجعلني نبيا. The youngest prophet that Allah has chosen is who? Isa alayhi salam. He was born a prophet. وجعلني نبيا. He's made me a prophet. وجعلني مباركا أينما كنت. And He has made me blessed wherever I am. What else? He continues on. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ. And Allah has recommended to me to pray. If you were to look in the Bible until now, that Jesus, Moses, Ibrahim, Joshua, Zechariah, they all fell on their face and prayed. They're praying to whom? They're praying to the Creator. Let me stop here for a minute. Who looks more like Jesus? Us Muslims or the non-Muslims? I'll tell you this story once. I was once at a hospital in the western suburbs. And I was wearing these clothing. And I walked around the corner and I saw a little kid, maybe 8, 9 years old. And he looks at me and he runs back to his mother. He said, Mother, Mother, Jesus, Jesus. Wallahi, we are the followers of Jesus. Also, I went to a Catholic school, also in the western suburbs. And they invited me to speak about Islam. After we finished, a young girl asked me, she said to me, excuse me, why do you women wear the veil? I said, do you have a postcard of Mary? She said, yes. I said, what is she wearing on her head? She stopped. And the teacher at that time, she was showing, 3/4 of her chest. Once I said this, she covered up. Our sisters are the followers of Mary. These so-called followers of Jesus, that they reject our sisters wearing our hijab. We only want to be like Mary. We're the followers of Mary. We are the true followers of Jesus and Mary. And by the Creator, if we don't respect them and love them and honor them, we are not Muslims. Did you know in the Quran there's a surah, a chapter by the name of Mary? Did you know in the Quran there's a chapter by the name of Ali Imran? Is there a chapter by the name of Khadija radiallahu anha? Ummuna? Is there a chapter by the name of Aisha radiallahu anha? No. اصطفاها على نساء العالمين. Allah has chosen her from all women. This is the mother of Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, there are 4 different creations that Allah has created. Adam without a male or female. Eve from a male without a female. 2 creations. Mary from a female without a male. And me and you from a male and female, unless someone has been, was born without a male or female. Alhamdulillah, we all agree, it's consensus, all male and female. That's 4 different creations that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Why do people make him God or the Son of God? He's the son of Mary. Common sense. And how could a God come from the blood and the private part of a woman? And that's all the prophets have come through this, except for Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. So Jesus, peace be upon him, is a prophet and a messenger of God. And no Muslim is a Muslim if they don't believe in him, honor him, respect him, and follow his footsteps, dear brothers and sisters. Our beloved prophet, peace be upon him, he came to confirm the message of Jesus. And Jesus came to confirm the message of Moses. And Moses came to confirm the message of Ibrahim. And Ibrahim came to confirm the message of Noah. And Noah came to confirm the message of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. And there's no difference in regards of them, in regards of the religion of monotheism. There's no difference. وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولٍ أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهِ. And indeed Allah has said in Al-Quran, and indeed we have sent to every nation a messenger so that they convey to people, worship one God. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world today. And the majority of people who are embracing Islam are Christians. Because there's similarity as in regards of respecting Jesus. Where do the Christians and Jews go wrong in regards to this? Now the Jews say, remember Joseph the carpenter? They say that he had an intimate relationship with Mary. They don't even recognize Jesus as a prophet. They don't even honor Mary. They've gone through one extreme. And the other extreme are the Christians, who say that he's God, he's the Son of God. And this concept, 3 in 1 and 1 in 3, I have never seen anyone explain it to me until now, who is reasonable. No one can explain this. And they try to give you the egg and the yolk, and just grab the egg and be realistic. When I say 3 people, 3 individuals, when we say God, there is nothing like God. When we say Jesus, a man, a human being. When we say a Holy Spirit, individual. 3 individuals. So how could 3 be 1 and 1 be 3? So Jesus is a prophet of God. So Jesus has said, وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ. Allah has recommended to pray for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has recommended that Jesus prays. وَالزَّكَاةِ, and to pay poor due, to give to the poor. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا. As long as I'm alive, Allah has recommended that I pray and I give zakat. Praying, my dear brothers and sisters. A prophet is praying. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the final messenger, his feet cracked because he's praying so much at night. Even though that Allah has forgiven his past and present sins. And Aisha radiallahu anha said to him, Allah has forgiven your past and present sins. Why don't you take it easy onto yourself? He said, shouldn't I be a grateful servant? Alam akun abdan shakura. Shouldn't I be a grateful servant to the Creator? Subhanallah. When God gives you, give Him more. Show your gratitude. The more that Allah gives you, the more that you should give Him. Isn't that right? If Allah gives you health and strength and intellect, shouldn't you be grateful to your Creator? Or should you, be ungrateful to Him? Should you deny or reject whatever God has given you? The more that Allah gives you, the more you should thank Him. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي. Jesus continues on speaking as he's in the cradle. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي. And Allah has made me dutiful to my mother. وَالِدَتِي مَا وَالِدَي. My mother. Subhanallah. Brothers and sisters, be dutiful to your mother and father. أُقْسُمُ بِاللَّهِ. You're living in hell in this worldly life before the hereafter if you're not. You're living in hell in this worldly life before the hereafter. If you eat, you're going to eat with no sense of taste. If you're sleeping, you're not going to sleep properly. You're going to be disturbed. If you're working, you're not going to be happy. Be obedient to your parents. Listen to what Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said. كل الذنوب كل الذنوب يأخذ الله منها ما يشاء إلى يوم القيامة إلا عقوق الوالدين. Hamza has said, all sins Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take to the day of judgment whatever He wishes, except for those who are disobedient to their parents. فإن الله يجعله لصاحبه في الحياة الدنيا قبل الممات. Allah will make the punishment of that person who's disobedient to their parents in this worldly life before the hereafter. See, you might commit adultery and Allah might delay this punishment till the hereafter, or Allah might forgive you. But if you are disobedient to your parents, your punishment will be hasty. Your punishment will exist in this worldly life. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, ثلاث دعوات مستجابات لا شك فيهن. 3 calls that a person calls to Allah, 3 supplications that a person makes to Allah, Allah would respond without a shadow of doubt. ثلاث دعوات مستجابات لا شك فيهن. 3 type of supplications Allah would respond without a shadow of doubt. Da'wat al-mazlum, the call of the one that you've oppressed. If you have oppressed a Jew or a Christian or a Buddhist or a Muslim or a monk on the street, and this monk asks the Creator, Allah would respond to him. If this Jew or Christian that you have oppressed for no reason, Wallahi al-Azim, Allah will respond. Muhammad ﷺ has said to Mu'adh when he sent into Yemen, اتقي دعوة المظلوم فإن ليس بينها وبين الله حجاب. Muhammad ﷺ has said, fear the caller, the one that is being oppressed. Fear the supplicator that asks Allah who has been oppressed, because there is no shield. If you harm a person and he asks Allah, Allah is going to respond. Da'wat al-mazlum. Also, da'wat al-musafir, the person who is a traveler, and a da'wat al-walid ala waladih, and the supplication of the father or the mother on his son or his daughter. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي, and Allah has made me dutiful, kind, honorable to my mother. And that's an honor. Jesus here is speaking about the honors that Allah has favored him. Let's count them, please. What are they? First of all, he spoke in the cradle. He said, I'm the slave of Allah, and that's the greatest honor. The greatest honor that you're a slave to your Creator. Because if you're not a servant to Allah, to God, you're a slave to the dollar. You're a slave to fashion. You're a slave to sex. You're a slave to dollar. You're a slave to your own desire. Be a slave to your Creator, or otherwise you're a slave to something else. That's why he said, Inni Abdullah. Indeed, I am the slave of Allah. That's the first one. آتاني الكتاب, he's given me the book. وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا, and he's made me a prophet. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ, and he's blessed wherever he is. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ, and he has recommended salat. وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا, and zakat as long as I'm alive. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي, 7. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا. Shaqi. And Allah did not make me a jabbar, an arrogant person. Arrogant. We see people walk like this. They think that they conquer the world. They're arrogant. And guess what? Muhammad ﷺ said, لا يدخل الجنة من كان في قلبه مثقال ذرة من كبر. A person will not enter Jannah if they have an atom weight of arrogance in you. And wallahi, if you're arrogant and you are pushing and shoving people around, it's just a matter of time before you cop it badly. So for those people out there that are shoving and pushing people around, they're bullying others, wallahi, I'm making an oath. If you don't repent, it's just a matter of time before someone bashes the hell out of you. And I'll be happy about it. Because you're a jabbar, you're an arrogant person. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا. Shaqi, rude. Shaqi, rude, abusive, verbally abuses people. Look at this person. Look at this person short. Look at this person tall. Look at this person black. Look at this person white. Look at this person fat. Look at this person. Shaqi, abusive. Allah did not make me like this. These are the characteristics of one of the greatest prophets that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen to mankind. وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيَّ يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ وَيَوْمَ أَمُوتُ وَيَوْمَ أُبْعَثُ حَيًّا. And peace be upon the day that I was born, the day that I'll die, and the day that I'll be sent back. We believe that Jesus, peace be upon him, will come back. And the people who follow him are those who believe in him as a prophet and a messenger of God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in Al-Quran, ذَلِكَ عِيسَى ibn Maryam. Indeed, this is Jesus, the son of Mary. This is Jesus. ذَلِكَ عِيسَى ibn Maryam. Indeed, this is Jesus. Let us go back to Mary, the mother of Maryam. This amazing woman, this chaste woman, that we would love that our sisters and our mothers and our daughters follow her footsteps. This loyal woman, this practicing woman, the one that used to be worshipping Allah, the one that did not waste her time and effort for useless things. She loved to be sometimes secluded away from people, to pray and to come nearer to Allah. She was modest, she was decent, she was not talking to this person and this person. And whenever she'd speak, her voice is low. Not like some people, unfortunately, some sisters that almost want to fight back. Part of the beauty of a woman is her shyness. When she's shy, that's her beauty. But when she wants to, fight and yell and scream, she loses her beauty. And I see this with many sisters, unfortunately. They yell and they scream in front of their husbands, in front of strangers sometimes. This is not the characteristics that we want our sisters to have. Have a low voice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, مَا كَانَ لِلَّهِ أَنْ يَتَّخِذْ وَلَدًا. It is not proper or sufficient that Allah takes a son. It befits not the majesty of Allah that He begets a son. Allah is the all-sufficient. You see, when you have a son or a daughter, and when you get it at an old age, you need their assistance, isn't that right? But Allah is all-sufficient. He doesn't need anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begets not, nor is He begotten. He's the absolute. He's the most beneficial. This is what we need to know of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the story of Mary. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and preserve us.